Okay, well, good morning. Happy Sunday. Amber and I recently joined a little Bible study group that's virtual, and we had so much fun just like getting on Zoom and saying hello to each other. So I was just like, oh, we need to do this with our girls. So hello, good morning. The main point of this call was just to talk a little bit about 9-week Control Freak, and if you guys have any questions, because the packs are available tomorrow, which is so exciting. And then just if you have any other questions in general, I'm going to be picking a winner today for the Track Your Food Challenge. Everyone did so good on that. Did you guys find that that was kind of a helpful tool just to like have something to keep you accountable for that? Because I know like for me, I track my food like basically once a week on Sundays when I meal prep it, and then I don't really think about it because I've already done the front work. But this week, even, you know, I still tracked it, and I thought it was really helpful.
Okay, it's like, it's one of those things that it's like, it's a pain in the butt to do because you're like, I already remember what I'll remember what I ate. But the thing is, it's like life happens and you get busy, and like Tiff was saying, we had done a program ages ago, and she like really liked the results that she got from it. And she's like, man, I wish I was documenting what I was eating during that time, because like I really liked how I looked then, but she had no idea. So it's such a pain in the butt, but once you have it down on paper, it's there forever.
Now I'm recreating the wheel. I'm writing everything down every week. I got my little food journal, food blog. And what I do is I just, at the beginning of the week when I'm meal prepping, I'll write it down on one page what I'm going to eat. And for the most part, I stick to that throughout the week. I really don't venture off, especially since I'm working from home. I just grab what's available in the fridge. And so I'm excited down the road when I can look back on this time in my life and I actually have something to refer back to. So it is kind of a pain in the butt. And I always thought tracking was so silly, like keeping a food journal, but I'm really starting to see the importance of it now. I really didn't before. But yeah, definitely seeing the importance now. So 9-week Control Freak launches tomorrow. And yay! And we, I don't think, it'll probably take, 2 to 3 weeks for the packs to get here. What's exciting is that they've got pretty much all of them prepped. They probably just gotta like throw in some Shakeology or throw in some Energize and it's ready to rock. So that's good news. I know, like, how long did it take for the MBF packs to get here?
I don't remember, but that's why we're making it start January 4th, so that everybody has time to get their packs in, because you do need the equipment for this program. It's not like other programs where you're like, you can get away with not getting it. It's like, no, you really need the equipment.
Yeah, some programs in the past, it came with like, a resistance band and then early access. And you're like, okay, but so this one you'll want to get like there's an accessory bundle. And that's for people probably who like just joined. So Allison, you would probably want to get like the accessory bundle since you just got yours last month, and you should have a $10 coupon for joining last month. And then, did you get that email?
I don't remember. I'll have to look at it.
Check your email because you should have a $10 coupon for it. For anyone who bought a challenge pack in November. And then there's the completion packs for people who already have BOD, which is all of us. And so that's what we're going to be purchasing. And if you didn't get in on the MBF round last time, Muscle Burns Fat Program, anyone who got the accessory bundle, the completion pack for that, got access to the nutrition plans as well. So if you didn't get that last time, when you purchase this time around, you're going to have access to both nutrition plans. So the Ultimate Portion Fix, the containers, and the To Be Mindset. And right now, I'm kind of like blending them. I really love To Be Mindset's like concepts. They're like easy to remember when I'm going through my day, like water first, veggies most, the way she talks about filling up her plate, it makes sense in my mind. But also I use portion containers every week to portion out my meal prep. So, I got a leg in both worlds. but you'll get access to both of those programs, and forever.
Yeah,
Which-
that's cool. And it, like say, if you haven't checked it out yet, both of the nutrition plans have so many courses. So like, first of all, good morning, Ashley. It talks about like how you use the plan, what the amount of food you're eating, what the purpose of that is, your food lists, all of that stuff. But then it also goes into like courses of like how to combat like emotional eating, how to combat like sugar addiction, like what to do if there's a plateau on the scale, why we're tracking everything. Like there's so many courses. And when I first got it, I was like, oh, whatever, I don't need it. Why am I so above it? I don't know. But I'm like, I've got it. I've got the containers down. I know what I'm doing. And then after like spending I just go on my walk on my lunch hour and I just turn on those videos and I just like binge them. And I'm like, these are so good. Like
they're each like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's so quick. So you could easily pop one in while you're getting ready for work or something. But let that be like your personal development instead of listening to like the radio or podcast and music. Like just spend 10 to 15 minutes with your nutritionist in the morning, whether that's Autumn or Alana. And it like really sets the tone for the day because you can carry those principles with you throughout the day. And you're just being conscious of it and you're going to make healthier decisions. And so I really, I can't stress enough how important nutrition is. And with 2B Mindset, like working out is extra credit, so if nothing else in life gets so crazy this month of December, like just focus on your nutrition and get that dialed in. And then Alana talks about in 2B Mindset, when you're tracking everything, this is what like was so exciting for me. I talked a little bit about this in my stories, but like when you're tracking out all your food and you're seeing what's giving you weight loss days, you're seeing what foods your body's responding well to. After 3 to 6 weeks of that, you've got pretty much the keys to the kingdom of what's going to help you have continuous weight loss days. And so that's when she says you go into melting mode. And that's when you're following your tracker, you're doing what you need to do, and you're just seeing it melt off, which I'm like, yeah, sign me up for that. That's awesome. Because sometimes it can feel like such a battle, but when you're tracking it and you know exactly what to do, like last week, I lost like 3.5 pounds. I'm like, cool, I'm repeating last week's meal prep because that worked for me. Keep it simple. But really keep nutrition at the forefront of your mind. And I just can't stress that enough. It's so, so important. But anyone who joins us with, with the starter packs, the completion packs, they're going to get these cute, it's probably backwards, but these cute Control Freak stickers that are going to go on your shaker bottles. So I'm so excited for these. I loved MBF's Burn Baby Burn shaker bottle that we had. It was just kind of fun to like share it in my stories. But you'll get that as well as a couple other gifts from Amber and I. We're just so excited for this program. And
the thing that's going to be really cool about this program is number one, see if we can get a little bit of a better view of that. It's like it's reflective and shiny and cute,
orangish pink right here.
But anyways, the cool thing is Beachbody is like finally realizing how much, like over the last couple of years, like how important the nutrition aspect is. Like you've always been able to like purchase the nutrition programs separate for more like $60 to $80 or something because you get lifetime access.
Or you could do like a nutrition challenge pack, which just was like,
or you could just do it alone. And so this year they're finally realizing like, okay, we've got to put both of these nutrition programs in every single starter pack and give everybody the opportunity. So yeah, the nutrition is like huge. The exciting thing about this program is that most everybody has done 21-day fix, or maybe you've even dabbled in some 80-day obsession workouts. But we always joke, like, nobody works you like Autumn works you. And you better believe that in the 18 to 30-minute workouts that she has for us, she says too, she's like very type A and like,
Yeah. So.
And she's like, I don't waste any time getting started and getting your heart rate up in, the workouts. And so 21 Day Fix is one of those programs that's 30 minutes a day. And it was the most like effective program for so like millions of people love 21 Day Fix. That's how they got started, because it's like effective, it's quick, and it gets them in that habit. Well, basically picture 21 Day Fix like amplified, because now Autumn's focusing even more on nutrition. Now Autumn's focusing on the rest and the sleep that you're getting. She's focusing on winding down and stretching and recovering. So you spend time with her in the morning, and then you also you're gonna become best friends with her. You spend time with her in the evening, and she walks you through, like, it's like set up in like her living room. The video is every night, and she walks you through stretches to wind down, and she gives you tips on like, hey, before half an hour before bed, I want you to come spend 10 minutes with me, but I also want you to stop looking at screens. I want you to, not watch TV as you're falling asleep. I want you to do these things to set you up to be able to, that's a hard thing for a lot of people, is shutting down for the day and going to sleep.
Because our minds are still racing.
Yeah.
We don't get good sleep.
And so she is like really looking at the whole aspect of weight loss. Like, you don't have to kill yourself at the gym anymore. You need to focus and take control of these areas of your life, and you're going to see results, and you're going to feel amazing. So I really just like am excited about how she's really wrapping it all together. Like all these things we've been learning through, like here and there throughout this journey.
Yeah.
She is like, hey, we're putting it all together in a program. So I'm so dang excited.
And I think one of the biggest takeaways when Amber and I did 80 Day Obsession, that was our first program we ever did with Beachbody, she talked about how it's time to become obsessed with your health and your nutrition and how you're feeling. And it doesn't matter what your friends or your family say. They don't have any opinion in this arena, because they don't have to live in your body every day. Like they don't get to show up feeling sluggish and tired and like just worn down. She's like, you focus on what's important to you, and you don't have to explain it to anybody. You just show up and put in the work, and they'll see the results, And so that kind of like gave us permission to be like, okay, we're going to be in our own little bubble right now, because this is like really important to us. And some of our friends didn't get it. Some of them are like, this is silly, like come out and, come eat this or come do this. And we just had our priorities set. And so I really want to encourage you to like be thinking about, why are you doing this? Before we kick off with this program, you've got to find a why bigger than losing a few pounds, because that's not going to get you out of the bed in the morning when it's freezing cold, in January. You've got to figure out something that's going to propel you out of bed every day. That's, going to get you excited. So I just want to like preface that, like, you may have people in your corner who don't understand why you're taking all this time for yourself. It might feel selfish, but that's okay. It's okay to be selfish, because you're becoming a better person through this. You're going to become more patient, more energetic. You're going to become more organized. You're going to be more efficient with your time. It's just helping you become better in general. So it's okay if they don't get it. Just ignore them.
Amen.
Do you girls have any questions about how it's going to look? I think you'll have access to order your own starter packs, but if it's easier for you to send you a link, I can send you a link for the starter pack. You just let me know if you want like Energize or Shakeology, and then I can get that out to you in the morning sometime. But I think everyone should have access to it as well. I think I've been receiving emails about, from Beachbody saying it's getting ready to release. So
almost
I'm just like, so it's going to feel like Christmas morning.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Is it just the coaches have access tomorrow? People who are coach status, right? And then us common folk, are layman people, we are, that's not until like the 21st.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
All right, just wanted to confirm that, because I was like, you know. But in theory, we should get our starter packs in the mail in time for the kickoff for January 4th, correct?
In theory.
Okay.
We're praying. Prayers up.
You're
I
on the
mean,
East Coast. I think it gets shipped to you quicker because it ships from Ohio, I think.
Ohio or Kentucky or something?
Yeah, I'm in Minnesota.
It might get
But
to you
yeah.
because girls on our team who live like in Michigan or Wisconsin, they always end up getting their packs sooner than us. And we get ours.
Okay. Because I did the order Shakeology like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, whoa, that was fast. I was expecting it to be, you know, like a month. So
That must be nice. Takes a couple weeks for us.
We're on the other end of the world.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question though. So yeah, and even if you don't have your starter pack, you'll still have access to, you know, the workouts. If worst case scenario happens, you know, you can just try and modify as best without the track. Hopefully the first day won't be diving right into the track, you know, but it's like the first day of class when you don't have your textbook and you're like, okay, I'm just winging it.
Any other questions, girls?
I'm so excited.
The other thing I wanted to say too is, and I know we'll make like a post about this in the Fit Fam, but like while you're doing this tracking of your food, I really encourage you to also be stepping on the scale every day. And trust us, we know like the scale, I don't know about how you guys feel about it, but for so long, like the scale was like, you step on it once, you hurry and jump right off, and then you don't step on it until like after you're done with your program. Because I don't want to know, I just want to do what I'm going to do, and it doesn't matter or whatever. And I just wasted so much time like hoping I was doing the right thing with like eating and what my body was reacting to, instead of like just facing the music and being like, okay, just remember like the scale is data. It doesn't hold value for your self-worth. It doesn't tell you like if you are doing a good job or not. Like it's just data. And so I want to encourage you as you're tracking your food, because don't stop tracking this week. Like keep tracking throughout the month. And I want you to like step on the scale each morning, you know, before you've eaten anything, and see what it says. You know, it might be down 0.2 ounces, but that's awesome. Like maybe the next day it'll be a pound, you know, and then if you gained a pound, you're like, okay, it causes you to stop and reflect and say, did I eat anything else? Did I eat a stray? Did I get all my water in? How was my sleep last night?
Mm-hmm.
When I have 8 hours of sleep, I have a weight loss day pretty much guaranteed. And then also, what is the month like? Is it like time for my period? Am I ovulating? Like hormones play a huge key role in that too.
Yeah.
And so I just want to encourage you, like, get to know your body that you're living in. Get to know, like, I know we follow one of the coach, and she's like, anytime that she has like a bunch of cauliflower, she'll have like a weight gain day. And it's like, cauliflower? Like, hello, that should be legal. I should, you know, assume that it's going to be a weight loss day. But her body doesn't really respond well to a lot of cauliflower. And so every single body is different and sensitive to different things. And so learning what those are, that's what one of the To Be Mindset lady, she was saying, like, track every single thing. If you used 2 capfuls of olive oil instead of 1, you track it. Because if the next day you have a weight gain day and only thing different was that second cap of olive oil, well, you know that. You can cut that off and go without it the next day or whatever. So you're just really like learning your body, and you'll learn not to be afraid of the scale. Because I think for me, it was like deep down, I already knew what it was going to show. I was just avoiding it. You know, it's like, why am I avoiding it? It's just going to tell me what I already know. And it was really hard to like bridge that gap mentally. But, and like Tiffany, she didn't even have a scale in her home. She was like, I cannot do it. She would come over to my house, and then she was coming over like daily once we made this decision to track And she's like, okay, I'm coming over to weigh. Okay. And then when it started going down, she's like, okay, coming over to weigh. Okay, I gotta come over and weigh, you know, and it changes because all your hard work, you're seeing it daily reflect on the scale, even if it's 0.2 ounces.
Yeah.
And if it's like, say, if it's up 0.4 or whatever it is, that's okay. It happens. Like, it's happened to us.
Mm-hmm.
And we were following what we were supposed to do. But then the next day, back down 2 pounds. So you're just going to learn how your body holds water and the sodium content, all this stuff. So
just take the emotion out of it.
Exactly.
Like so many programs we've done before, and we barely wrote our weight down, barely. And we're like wishing we would have been more diligent about that, because we're like, where were we at in this season of life, you know, for reflection.
We have like pictures of like all of our measurements and stuff in our phone and the programs we did, and in a journal somewhere
floating around there.
Locked away, we have all of our weights, and we're like, because we're looking at it, we're like, why didn't we weigh ourselves? We did, we just didn't put it on our phone. We put it in a locked vault somewhere.
So just take the emotion out of it, and that's the thing too. It's like we're learning to take the emotion out of food. Like just if you look at it as a tool that's going to help you get to where you want
and give you the energy to do what you need to do.
Okay. I'm like, when I think about what I'm going to eat, I'm like, how's it going to make me feel? Are my ankles going to get inflamed and it's going to be all creaky and stuck together? You know, if like, am I going to be sniffly? Am I going to have a runny nose? Am I going to have burning ears? You know, I'm like, I just think about those symptoms when I'm like tempted to eat garbage or eat off plan. I'm like, it just isn't really that worth it. Like, I would much rather eat and feel better. And so either way, I'm going to feel full, but I'll feel better after one meal, you know? And so I just like try and start asking myself these questions, like, what's going to help me get through the next couple hours, you know? And so I just think taking the emotion out of eating, like, I think it's so easy to just like associate so many emotions of like, oh, it's indulging, and oh, I had a hard day, I'm going to treat myself to this. And then you've associated those hard day emotions with this delicious treat, you know, and it becomes like this habit. And so it's just like, don't associate emotions with it, you know. It's just like, think about how it's going to fuel your body, and how are you going to feel in the next few hours, or how are you going to feel the next day. And like this weekend, we, you know, got together with friends and did a craft, and we had, you know, some chicken curry and rice and stuff, and there was other treats available. And I was like, I don't want it, because I want a weight loss day tomorrow. And then in the morning I woke up and I was rewarded. And so I was like, sweet, that feels good. And I didn't feel like I was starving or missing out, and I didn't have achy joints the next day, you know, sugar crash, whatever. So I just think you just got to kind of weigh the pros and cons of like, how is something going to make you feel, as like symptom wise, you know, not like emotionally.
Well, and like our nutritionist, Alana Molstein from 2B Mindsets, she trains you in like her videos. She trains you and says, okay, don't make food a reward. Reward yourself with things like a yummy scented candle, or
a new eyeshadow
palette, or a bath, and go get yourself a really fun bath bomb, you know, or like going and spending like time with a friend, coffee is your reward, or going to get a pedicure. Like, taking the reward for food out of your, you know, mindset, and treating yourself with other things that you so fully enjoy. And in those moments, be like, I love this. Like, this is my reward for working so hard, or this is my reward for having a hard day. This is how I'm going to treat myself and make myself feel better, you know. And Tiffany and I are learning like to find in the moments of like, you know, we were making Christmas candy last night, and it was like so nice. I'm like, this is so nice. Like, being together, this is so nice. The Christmas music on and the Christmas lights, like, that is so nice. Like, we get to make this and give it to all of our loved ones. Like, that is so nice. Like, that makes me so excited. Even if I don't have a single one, like, that's okay. I still had so much fun doing it. So you just have to find the positive and the good and the reward in all the other little things in life. And I'm just like a foodie person. And so like food is often how I celebrated and rewarded myself. So it's definitely taken some time to make that mental shift, but you can do it, and you just have to be attentive and put in the work.
Yeah, be intentional about it. Yeah. Is there a chat box? Do we have any questions in the chat box? I think Mandy had a question before we started talking again. Good. Yay. Okay. Well,
yeah, Shannon, that number was rough to see. It's like, you're like slacking, you're doing this, you're doing that, you don't want to step on the dang scale. And then sure enough, it does tell you exactly what you expected. You're like, okay, well, it makes it a little more real, so I'm going to reel it in.
Chinese food did me in.
what?
Yeah, the Chinese food and the pizza and Taco Bell. Like, I haven't cooked a real meal in like days. Yeah.
Yeah, and your house has been kind of in disarray. She's getting
Yeah, I had no kitchen.
everything's out of sorts, so that can be stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but this week I definitely gotta write shit down and get my shit together, because I can see it. Like, I'm very bloated. Like, it's bad.
And it's crazy, like how much the bloat alone. Like, honestly, I had a salad from a restaurant or whatever, and even in that, like, anytime you're gonna eat out, the sodium content is gonna be increased. But I thought for sure a salad would be okay because it had some kind of like a barbecue meat on it. Oh my goodness, the next day, like, I could tell, and the scale was up. I'm like, from a salad? Excuse me? But it's because it was all the stuff that was on it, and the sodium content is just like, boom,
anytime you're at a restaurant, and Alana talks about that, I think maybe Autumn does too, like, anytime you go to a restaurant, the sodium amount is like quadrupled because of that. They just have to make their food flavorful.
Yeah.
But maybe this week, Shannon, you could do like some chopped salads, like a rotisserie chicken. Get one from the deli and get a bag of chopped salad mix and just have that on hand so you don't have to cook anything. And then, that's one less decision you have to make about, eating out or something like that. Add some cucumbers to it or something for a little bit more veggie. But yeah, just simple swaps like that. Try and think about like no cook options, because your house is all moved around, your kitchen's in your living room and poor thing. That's so stressful. Yeah, but just try and set yourself up for success. Like when you're doing your grocery shopping today or tomorrow, just think about those no bake options. And then you're not really adding any salt or anything to it, Thank you for sharing that.
Any other questions or comments, girls? Thank you so much for taking some time out of your morning to hop on here with us. It's fun getting to see your faces. All right. Well, if that's it, we will be in touch with each one of you.
Mandy unmuted.
Oh.
Say what? No.
Oh, okay.
I was just gonna say goodbye.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you guys remember that movie Who is Corky Romano, and he's like ends up getting some of the drugs on his cop job, and he's like, question no. I feel like that. Question, Mandy, question. I saw you blink. Oh, too funny. Okay, girls, well, have an amazing day. Hopefully you're getting some meal prep done and planning for a successful week ahead.
All right, have a good day.